Have you ever felt trapped in your own mind, thoughts racing like a storm? You're not alone, friend. The Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Yet, we're told to fight our thoughts, to force calm. Does that really work? No, it traps us deeper. Today, we'll uncover a Buddhist blueprint, Sati and Prajna, to rewire your mind for lasting peace. Curious? Let's explore together. Grab a tea, settle in, and share your thoughts below. Ready for calm? Picture this, friend. Mark, a 35-year-old tech manager in San Francisco, seems to have it all. A sleek apartment, a corner office, a calendar packed with meetings. But inside, his mind is a battlefield. Thoughts swirl like a hurricane. Deadlines, doubts, endless what-ifs. At night he lies awake, heart pounding, replaying every mistake. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? His thoughts are chains, binding him tighter each day. Mark's not alone. You felt it too, haven't you? That relentless chatter in your head, stealing your peace. Maybe it's a work project keeping you up, or a fight with a loved one you can't shake. Our minds are wired for chaos, trained by a world of notifications, news, and noise. We're bombarded, friend, and it's exhausting. The Buddha knew this struggle. He said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. But how do we find that peace when our thoughts feel like enemies? Let's go back to Mark. One Monday, his world cracks. In a team meeting, a colleague critiques his project, a plan he'd spent weeks perfecting. The words sting, it's not good enough. Mark's face burns, his chest tightens. Anger surges, then shame. He mumbles an excuse, storms out, and slumps in his car. His mind spirals. I'm a fraud. I'll lose my job. Everyone sees through me. He's drowning in thoughts, unable to breathe. That night, Mark scrolls online, desperate for relief. He types, "How to stop overthinking" into Google, skimming articles that promise quick fixes. None feel right. Then he finds a Buddhist retreat an hour away. It's a long shot, but he's out of options. The next weekend, he drives to the retreat, a quiet haven nestled in the redwoods. There, he meets Thich, a Zen master with eyes that seem to hold centuries of wisdom. They sit by a stream, the water gurgling softly. Mark spills his heart. My mind won't stop. It's killing me. Thich listens, then smiles. Your mind is not your enemy, he says. It's a river, always flowing. You try to dam it, but that only creates floods. Let it flow, and you'll find peace. Mark frowns, confused. Thich continues, this is Sati, mindfulness, the art of watching your thoughts without clinging. With Sati comes Prajna, wisdom to see clearly. Thich shares a story from the Buddha's time. A young monk, tormented by doubts, sought enlightenment by fighting his thoughts. He meditated for hours, clenching his fists, trying to silence his mind. But the harder he fought, the louder his thoughts roared. Exhausted, he went to the Buddha, who led him to a river. Sit here, the Buddha said. Watch the water. It flows without resistance. Your thoughts are the same. Observe them. Don't grasp them. The monk sat for days, watching his thoughts like ripples. Slowly, his mind grew still, like a lake after a storm. Mark listens, his skepticism fading. Thich hands him a notebook. Write your thoughts, he says. Don't judge them, just see them. Mark takes the notebook, unsure, but willing. Over the next weeks, he writes, I'm failing at work. I'm not good enough. Each time he watches the thought, lets it pass, something shifts. The thoughts lose their grip. He feels lighter, like a weight lifting from his chest. One day, Mark returns to work. A colleague snaps at him, but instead of spiraling, he pauses, he breathes, watches the anger rise and fall. He responds calmly, clearly. His team notices. He's different, sharper, kinder. Mark's mind isn't a battlefield anymore. It's a river, flowing freely. He's rewiring his mind, step by step, with Sati and Prajna. This is the Buddhist blueprint, friend. It's not about silencing your mind. That's a myth. It's about understanding it, seeing thoughts as clouds passing in the sky. But why do our minds get so chaotic? Let's dig deeper. Our brains are built for survival, not peace. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors needed to spot danger. Lions, storms, rival tribes. That hyper-alertness kept them alive. Today, there are no lions, but our brains still scan for threats. A harsh email, a missed deadline, a vague text from a friend. Science backs this up. The amygdala, your brain's fear center, lights up when you're stressed, flooding your body with cortisol. A 2018 Harvard study found that chronic stress shrinks the prefrontal cortex, the part that helps you think clearly. No wonder we overthink, friend. Our brains are stuck in survival mode, reacting to every ping on our phones like it's a predator. But here's the good news. Your brain can change. Neuroplasticity means your mind rewires with practice. The Buddha knew this intuitively. His teachings, like Sati, train you to step back, to see thoughts without being swept away. A UCLA study showed that mindfulness meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex, boosting focus and calm. This isn't just ancient wisdom, it's cutting-edge science. So, why do we struggle to find peace? Society doesn't help. We're taught to chase success, to fill every moment with productivity. We glorify busyness, friend, but it's a trap. The Buddha warned against this in the Dhammapada. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Yet we're pulled in every direction, scrolling social media, chasing goals, fearing failure. Mark's story shows what's at stake. Without Sati, his thoughts ruled him, stealing his sleep, his joy. With it, he found freedom. But freedom doesn't mean no thoughts. It means no chains. You don't need to be a monk or live in a cave. You can practice Sati at your desk, in your car, in your kitchen. It's a skill, friend, and anyone can learn it. Let's look at what we gain with this blueprint. First, clarity. When you observe your thoughts, you see patterns. Maybe you worry when you're tired, or snap when you feel ignored. This is prajna, the wisdom to understand your mind. Second, calm. By letting thoughts flow, you reduce stress. A 2020 study found mindfulness cuts anxiety by 30%. Third, choice. Instead of reacting on autopilot, you respond with intention. You become the master of your mind, not its prisoner. But there's a cost if we don't act. Without Sati, our thoughts spiral, feeding anxiety, anger, even depression. Mark nearly burned out. His health suffered. His relationships frayed. The Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. If we let negative thoughts rule, they shape our lives, our futures. Why does this problem persist? We're conditioned to fight our minds, to demand control. Pop culture sells quick fixes, apps, hacks, pills. But fighting thoughts is like wrestling a river. It only makes waves. The Buddha's way is gentler, wiser. Observe, don't resist. This is the heart of Sati, and it's why Mark's life changed. Friend, you're probably wondering, how do I start? Don't worry. We'll practice together soon. But first, let's clear up a myth. Some say mindfulness is about emptying your mind, sitting cross-legged for hours. That's not true. Sati is for everyone. Busy parents, stressed workers, anyone with a mind. You don't need incense or a monastery. You need a moment, a breath, a willingness to see. Mark's journey is proof. He didn't become a monk. He kept his job, his life, but he found peace by watching his thoughts, not fighting them. You can too, friend. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into Sati and Prajna and why they're your key to lasting calm. Friend, let's dive deeper into the heart of our Buddhist blueprint, Sati and Prajna. Imagine we're sitting by a quiet lake, just you and me, unraveling the secrets of your mind. Sati is mindfulness, the gentle art of being fully here, watching your thoughts like leaves floating on water. You don't grab them. You don't push them away. You just see them. Most of us are caught in our thoughts, like fish in a net, struggling to break free. Sati is the net cutter, setting you free to simply be. The Buddha taught this in the Satipatthana Sutta, a cornerstone of Buddhist prayer. He said, "A monk dwells contemplating the body in the body, ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful." What does that mean, friend? It's about noticing what's happening right now. Your breath, your heartbeat, that worry about tomorrow. You don't judge it as good or bad. You just observe. When you're mindful, you're not lost in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's fears. You're awake, alive, in this very moment. Prajna is the wisdom that blooms from Sati. It's like lighting a lantern in a dark cave. Suddenly, you see why you're anxious. Maybe it's that unread email or a fear of not being enough. Prajna shows you the patterns of your mind, the stories it spins. With this clarity, you can choose differently. Instead of snapping at a coworker, you pause. Instead of spiraling at night, you breathe. The Buddha called Prajna the path to liberation because it frees you from the chains of suffering. Let's make this real for you. Picture yourself at work. Your boss drops a last-minute deadline. Your mind screams, "I can't do this. I'll fail." Without Sati, you're swept away. Heart pounding, thoughts racing. But with Sati, you notice the thought. Feel the tightness in your chest and let it pass. You breathe. Focus on the task. Prajna whispers, "This is just a thought, not the truth." You start working, calm and clear. That's the power of this blueprint, friend, transforming chaos into calm. Why does this matter? Because your thoughts shape your reality. The Dhammapada, a gem of Zen teachings, says, "With our thoughts, we make the world." If your mind is a storm, your life feels like one too. But if your mind is calm, your life reflects that peace. Sati and Prajna are your tools to calm, heal, and rewire your mind. They're not just ideas. They're practices, rooted in Buddhist prayer that anyone can use. Now, let's tackle a controversy. Some folks say mindfulness is overrated, just a trendy fad for stressed-out tech workers. They argue it's a shallow fix, like putting a bandage on a broken leg. I hear them, friend, and they're not entirely wrong. Mindfulness won't pay your bills or fix your car. But here's the truth. Sati isn't about escaping life's problems. It's about facing them with clarity. A 2019 Oxford study found mindfulness improves emotional regulation, helping people handle stress without crumbling. It's not a cure-all, but a skill, like learning to swim. You don't stop the waves, you learn to ride them. So, why do our minds fight peace? It's partly biology. Your brain is wired for survival, always scanning for danger. Thousands of years ago, that meant spotting predators. Today, it's spotting a harsh email or a critical comment. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, triggers stress hormones like cortisol, making you feel under attack. A 2020 study showed chronic stress can shrink the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps you think clearly. No wonder we overthink, friend. Our brains are stuck in fight or flight mode. Society makes it worse. We're bombarded with distractions, social media, news, ads. Every notification pulls you from the present, feeding anxiety, comparison, fear. The Buddha saw this in his time too. In the Anguttara Nikaya, he said, "The mind is hard to restrain, swift, it flies wherever it likes." Sound familiar? Your phone buzzes, and suddenly you're scrolling, lost in someone else's life. Sati is the anchor, bringing you back to now. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Sarah, a 42-year-old nurse in Chicago. Her days are long, 12-hour shifts, demanding patients, then home to a toddler who won't sleep. Her mind was a tangle of stress. She'd snap at her husband, forget her keys, feel like she was failing everyone. One day, a coworker suggested a Buddhist prayer app with mindfulness exercises. Sarah was skeptical, but she tried it. Each morning, she spent 5 minutes focusing on her breath, noticing thoughts without chasing them. At work, when a patient shouted, Sarah paused. She felt the anger rise, noticed it, let it pass. She responded calmly, kindly. Over weeks, she felt lighter, more patient. Her husband said, "You're smiling again." Sarah wasn't perfect, but she was rewiring her mind, using Sati to calm, heal, and find peace. Her story shows that Zen teachings aren't just for monks. They're for nurses, parents, you. What do you gain with this blueprint? First, freedom. When you observe your thoughts, they lose their power. You're not a puppet anymore. Second, resilience. A 2021 study found mindfulness reduces cortisol by 25%, easing stress's grip. Third, joy. When you're present, you notice life's small wonders. A warm breeze, a friend's laugh. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, "Live in joy, in peace, even among the troubled." That's what Sati and Prajna offer, a life of calm, heal, and clarity. But there's a cost if you ignore this. Without Sati, your thoughts run wild, feeding anxiety, anger, even depression. Chronic stress doesn't just hurt your mind, it harms your body. Studies link it to high blood pressure, weakened immunity, heart disease. Spiritually, you're trapped in dukkha, the suffering the Buddha described. Your mind becomes a cage, locking you in worry and regret. Why does this problem persist? We're taught to control everything: our careers, our emotions, our futures. Control feels safe, but it's a trap. The Buddha taught in the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta that nothing is fully ours to control, not even our thoughts. Fighting them creates tension, like pulling a knot tighter. Sati offers a gentler way: observe, understand, release. Let's try a quick practice, friend. Right now, close your eyes if you feel safe, or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs. Then exhale slowly. Notice your feet on the floor, your hands resting. If a thought arises, work, dinner, this video, just notice it. Say to yourself, thinking, and let it drift. Don't judge it. Don't chase it. This is Sati, and it's already working. Feels simple, doesn't it? That's the magic of Zen teachings. Profound, yet within your reach. Mindfulness isn't just for quiet moments. You can practice Sati anywhere. Washing dishes, walking to the store, sitting in traffic. The key is to anchor yourself in the present. The Buddha said, whatever you frequently think and ponder upon, that becomes the inclination of your mind. Think peace, and peace grows. Think chaos, and chaos takes root. Here's another example. John, a 30-year-old teacher, struggled with self-doubt. He'd lie awake, replaying every class, worrying he wasn't good enough. A friend gave him a book on Buddhist prayer, and he started practicing mindfulness. During breaks, he'd focus on his breath, noticing thoughts like, "My students hate me." He'd label them, thinking, and let them go. Over time, he felt calmer, more confident. His students noticed, saying, "You seem happier." John was rewiring his mind, using Sati to calm, heal, and grow. Friend, you might be wondering, will this work for me? I'm not a monk. I'm busy. It will, because Sati meets you where you are. You don't need a monastery or hours of free time. You need a moment, a breath, a willingness to see. Sarah and John weren't experts. They were ordinary people, like you, finding peace through Zen teachings. One more thing before we move on. Some worry mindfulness is too hard, that they'll fail if their mind wanders. But here's the secret. A wandering mind is part of the practice. Each time you notice it and come back, you're training Sati. It's like lifting weights. The effort builds strength. The Buddha said, drop by drop, the water pot is filled. Every moment of mindfulness adds up, rewiring your mind for lasting peace. So, what's next? In the coming sections, we'll explore how to make Sati and Prajna a daily habit with practical tools you can use at home, work, or anywhere. We'll also practice a guided meditation to help you experience this calm for yourself. For now, take a moment to reflect. What thoughts pull you away most often? Notice them, friend. They're the first step to freedom. Friend, we've uncovered the power of Sati and Prajna, the Buddhist blueprint to rewire your mind. Now, let's bring this wisdom into your daily life, like planting seeds in a garden you'll tend every day. You don't need to be a monk or escape to a retreat. Sati, mindfulness, and prajna, wisdom, can bloom right where you are, at your desk, in your kitchen, during your commute. Ready to make peace a habit? Let's explore how, as if we're sharing a quiet moment by a lotus pond. First, let's talk about why daily practice matters. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, a treasure of Zen teachings, little by little, a person becomes good, as a water pot is filled by drops of water. Your mind is like that pot. Each moment of mindfulness, each glimpse of wisdom, adds a drop. Over time, these drops create a reservoir of calm, healing your heart. Without practice, though, your mind slips back to chaos, like a garden overrun with weeds. So, How do you practice sati in a busy life? It's simpler than you think. Sati is about being present, fully awake to this moment. You don't need hours or silence, just a willingness to notice. Let's try a story to see this in action. Meet Lisa, a 38-year-old single mom in Seattle. Her days are a whirlwind. Work, school runs, bills piling up. Her mind was a storm of worry. I'm failing my kids, she'd think, lying awake at night, her heart heavy. One day, Lisa stumbled on a Buddhist prayer podcast while folding laundry. It introduced mindfulness, describing sati as watching thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Intrigued, she tried it. Each morning, while brewing coffee, she focused on the warmth of the mug, the gurgle of the machine. When thoughts arose, I'm late, I'm stressed, she noticed them, let them drift. At work, when a coworker snapped, she paused, breathed, observed her frustration without reacting. Over weeks, Lisa felt lighter. Her kids noticed, saying, "Mom, you're not mad all the time." Lisa was rewiring her mind, drop by drop, with sati. This is the beauty of Zen teachings, friend. They meet you in the mess of life. You don't need a meditation cushion, just a moment. Let's break down how you can do this. With 5 practical tools rooted in Buddhist prayer. These are your daily seeds, planting peace in your heart. Tool 1. The morning breath. Start your day with 3 mindful breaths. Before checking your phone, sit or stand quietly. Inhale deeply through your nose. Feel your chest expand. Exhale slowly. Notice the air, cool as it enters, warm as it leaves. If thoughts pop up, work, kids, plans, say, thinking, and return to your breath. This takes 30 seconds, friend, but it anchors you in sati, setting a calm tone for the day. A 2020 study found that brief mindfulness exercises reduce stress by 20%. Try it tomorrow morning. See how it feels. Tool 2. The thought journal. Carry a small notebook or use your phone's notes app. When a negative thought hits, "I'm not good enough. I'll mess this up," write it down. Don't argue with it. Just observe. At night, read your notes. You'll see these thoughts are just stories, not truths. This builds prajna, showing you patterns. Maybe you worry most when you're tired. With this wisdom, you can rest more, stress less. Lisa used this tool, and it helped her spot her "I'm failing" thought, letting it lose its power. Tool 3. Mindful moments. Turn everyday tasks into sati practice. While brushing your teeth, feel the bristles, hear the water. While eating, taste each bite, the crunch of an apple, the warmth of soup. When you're present, you're training your mind to stay here, not race to the future. The Buddha taught this in the Anapanasati Sutta, saying, breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Every task is a chance to calm, heal, and rewire your mind. Try it with your next meal, friend. Notice the difference? Tool 4. The pause button. When stress hits, a rude email, a traffic jam, pause for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, feel your feet on the ground. This tiny gap creates space for sati. Instead of reacting on autopilot, you respond with clarity. Prajna helps you see the situation clearly. Maybe that email isn't personal, just hasty. A 2018 study showed pausing reduces impulsive reactions by 30%. Lisa used this when her boss criticized her work. She paused, breathed, responded calmly, and earned respect. Try it next time you feel triggered. It's a game changer. Tool 5. Gratitude at night before bed. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. A kind word, a sunny day, a good laugh. This shifts your mind from worry to joy, rewiring it for peace. The Dhammapada says, "Let us live happily, we who possess nothing." Gratitude anchors you in what's real, not what's missing. A 2021 study found it boosts mood by 25%. Lisa wrote about her kids' smiles, and it helped her sleep better. Try it tonight, friend. It's a simple way to calm, heal, and end your day. These tools are your daily practice, friend. But let's address a challenge. You might think, I'm too busy for this. I hear you. Life is full. But Sati doesn't need extra time. It's woven into what you already do. Breathing, eating, walking. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is for everyone, not just monks. In the Majjhima Nikaya, he said, there is this one way for the purification of being's mindfulness. You're not adding tasks. You're transforming moments. Let's look at another story. Tom, a 50-year-old accountant, felt trapped in stress. Deadlines, taxes, and a recent divorce left his mind spinning. He found a Buddhist prayer group online and learned about Sati. Skeptical, he started with the morning breath, taking 3 breaths before his coffee. At work, he used the pause button when clients yelled. He kept a thought journal, noticing his "I'm a failure" thought. Over months, Tom felt calmer, clearer. His daughter said, "Dad, you're easier to talk to." Tom's mind was rewiring thanks to Zen teachings. What do you gain with these tools? First, clarity. You'll see why you're stressed. Maybe it's lack of sleep or too many notifications. Prajna helps you choose better habits, like turning off your phone at night. Second, calm. These practices lower stress hormones, as studies confirm. Third, connection. When you're present, you listen better, love deeper. Your relationships grow stronger, your heart lighter. But there's a cost to skipping this. Without practice, your mind stays chaotic, feeding anxiety, burnout, even illness. Chronic stress raises cortisol, linked to heart disease and depression. Spiritually, you're stuck in dukkha, suffering. The Buddha warned, an untrained mind leads to great harm. Don't let your thoughts rule you, friend. You're stronger than that. Why do we resist practice? We're conditioned to rush, to fill every moment with doing. Society rewards busyness, but it steals peace. The Buddha saw this in his time too. In the Sutta Nipata, he said, "Many do not know that we are here in this world to live in harmony." Sati brings you back to harmony, moment by moment. Let's try another practice, friend. Right now, feel your breath. Inhale deeply. Notice the air, cool and fresh. Exhale. Feel your body soften. If a thought arises, "I'm too busy. This won't work," just notice it. Say, "Thinking," and return to your breath. Do this for 3 breaths. Feel that? You're practicing sati, planting a seed of peace. Zen teachings make it this simple, yet this profound. You might wonder, what if I mess up? That's okay. Sati isn't about perfection. It's about returning. Each time your mind wanders and you bring it back, you're building strength. The Buddha said, a mindful one is always progressing. Every breath, every pause is progress. Friend, these tools are your bridge to peace, but they need practice. Lisa and Tom didn't change overnight. They started small. 3 breaths, a journal entry, a mindful bite. You can too. In the next part, we'll explore how to deepen this practice with a guided meditation to help you experience Sati fully. For now, pick one tool, the morning breath maybe, and try it today. What will you choose, friend? Friend, you've learned how to weave Sati and Prajna into your daily life, like threads in a tapestry of peace. Now, let's take a deeper step, as if we're sitting together under a banyan tree, ready to quiet the mind. In this part, we'll practice a 10-minute guided meditation to experience Sati fully and explore Prajna, the wisdom that breaks the chains of negative thoughts. This is where your mind begins to truly rewire, finding calm, healing through Zen teachings. Ready? Let's begin. First, let's talk about why meditation is key. The Buddha said in the Anapanasati Sutta, a pillar of Buddhist prayer, mindfulness of breathing, when developed, leads to peace. Meditation isn't about escaping life. It's about diving into it, seeing your mind clearly. Sati lets you watch thoughts like ripples on a lake, while Prajna helps you understand why those ripples form. Together, they dissolve the patterns that trap you, like worry or self-doubt, freeing you to live with clarity. But why do negative thoughts feel so sticky? They're like burrs, clinging to your mind. Science explains this. Your brain has a negativity bias, wired to focus on threats. A harsh word from a colleague stings more than a compliment. A 2019 study found negative thoughts activate the amygdala, your brain's fear center, making them feel urgent, real. Without Sati, you believe these thoughts. Prajna shows you they're just stories, not truths, helping you let go. Let's see this through a story. Meet Priya, a 29-year-old graphic designer in New York. Her mind was a maze of self-criticism. My work's not good enough, she'd think, comparing her designs to others online. At night, she'd scroll social media, feeling worse. Her confidence crumbled, her creativity stalled. One day, a friend invited her to a Buddhist prayer workshop. There, she learned about Sati, watching thoughts without judgment. Intrigued, Priya started meditating, focusing on her breath to anchor her mind. During one session, her "I'm not good enough" thought arose. Instead of spiraling, she noticed it, labeled it thinking, and let it pass. Over weeks, she saw a pattern. Her self-doubt flared when she scrolled Instagram. With Prajna, she chose to limit social media, focusing on her art instead. Her designs improved. Her clients raved. Priya's mind was rewiring, finding calm, healing through Zen teachings. Her story shows how meditation and wisdom transform pain into peace. How was that, friend? That meditation was a taste of Sati, helping you see your thoughts without being swept away. But Prajna takes it further. It's the wisdom to ask, why do I think this way? Let's explore how Prajna breaks negative thought loops, using Priya's story as a guide. Priya's self-doubt wasn't random. It was a habit, fueled by comparison. Prajna helped her see the trigger social media. She didn't just notice her thoughts, Sati. She understood their source, Prajna. This is key, friend. Negative thoughts often come from patterns. Maybe you stress when you're tired or feel small when criticized. Prajna is like a map, showing you the paths your mind takes. The Buddha taught this in the Vitakkasanthana Sutta, a guide in Buddhist prayer. He said, replace an unwholesome thought with a wholesome one, like a carpenter drives out a coarse peg with a finer one. For Priya, this meant replacing "I'm not good enough" with "I'm learning, I'm growing." She wrote these wholesome thoughts in her journal, repeating them daily. Over time, her mind shifted, her confidence grew. You can do this too. When a negative thought arises, notice it with Sati. Then use prajna to ask, where's this coming from? Maybe it's lack of sleep or a harsh comment. Then replace it with a kind thought. I'm doing my best. This isn't fake positivity. It's rewiring your mind, as Zen teachings encourage. A 2020 study found cognitive reframing, like this, reduces anxiety by 25%. Let's try another example. David, a 45-year-old lawyer, was plagued by anger. Traffic, clients, even small delays set him off. He joined a Buddhist prayer group, learning Sati through meditation. During one session, he noticed his anger as a tight knot in his chest. With prajna, he saw it stem from feeling out of control. Instead of yelling, he started pausing, breathing, saying, I'm okay, this will pass. His outbursts faded, his colleagues noticed. David's mind was rewiring, finding calm, healing through Zen teachings. What do you gain with this practice? First, freedom from negativity. By seeing thoughts as habits, not truths, you break their hold. Second, emotional balance. Meditation lowers stress hormones, as studies show. Third, self-compassion. Prajna helps you be kind to yourself, forgiving your flaws. The Buddha said, you, as much as anyone, deserve your love. This is the heart of Buddhist prayer. Calm, heal, love. But there's a cost to ignoring this. Negative thoughts, left unchecked, grow like weeds, choking your peace. They fuel anxiety, anger, even physical pain. Chronic stress raises cortisol, linked to heart disease, weakened immunity. Spiritually, you're trapped in dukkha, suffering. The Buddha warned, a mind overcome by defilements wanders far from peace. Don't let that be you, friend. Why do these patterns persist? We're taught to dwell on flaws, to strive for perfection. Society rewards criticism, not kindness. The Buddha saw this in the Dhammapada. By oneself is evil done. By oneself, one is purified. Prajna helps you purify your mind, choosing thoughts that lift, not crush. Let's try a quick practice to build prajna. Think of a negative thought you've had recently. I'm failing. I'm alone. Notice it with sati, like a leaf on the stream. Now ask, where's this coming from? Maybe it's stress or a past hurt. Replace it with a kind thought. I'm trying, and that's enough. Say it softly. Feel it sink in. This is prajna, friend, rewiring your mind drop by drop. You might think, this feels hard. That's normal. Rewiring takes time, like learning a new language. The Buddha said, patience leads to nibbana. Each meditation, each kind thought, is a step toward peace. Priya and David started small, and so can you. In the next part, we'll explore how to sustain this practice, even when life gets tough, with more tools to keep your mind steady. For now, reflect, what negative thought do you want to release? Notice it, friend, and let prajna guide you to freedom. Friend, we've journeyed deep into sati and prajna, planting seeds of peace in your mind. But what happens when life storms in, threatening to uproot those seeds? Today, let's sit together, as if by a flickering campfire, and explore how to hold Sati steady in crisis, and how to silence the doubts that whisper, "This won't work." With Zen teachings, we'll find a path to calm, heal, and stay grounded no matter the chaos. Ready to face the storm with wisdom? Let's dive in. Crises come in many forms: a lost job, a health scare, a broken relationship. They shake us, friend, making mindfulness feel impossible. Your thoughts race, your heart pounds, and Sati seems like a distant dream. But the Buddha taught that peace is most vital in turmoil. In the Dhammapada, a cornerstone of Buddhist prayer, he said, "As a rock is not shaken by the wind, the wise are not shaken by praise or blame." Sati is your rock, keeping you steady when life trembles. Why is this hard? In crisis, your brain's amygdala goes into overdrive, flooding you with stress hormones. A 2020 study showed acute stress amplifies the fight-or-flight response, drowning out calm. Your mind clings to worst-case scenarios. "I'll never recover. It's all over." Without Sati, these thoughts become your reality. Prajna helps you see them as passing clouds, not the sky itself, guiding you back to peace. Let's see this through a story. Meet Elena, a 47-year-old teacher in Boston. When her husband was diagnosed with cancer, her world crumbled. Fear gripped her. Fear of loss, of raising their teen daughter alone. Her mind spun, "I can't do this. I'm not strong enough." Sleep vanished, replaced by endless worry. A friend suggested a Buddhist prayer group, and though skeptical, Elena went, desperate for relief. There she learned Sati, mindfulness as an anchor in the storm. The group leader shared a story from the Buddha's life. When his cousin Devadatta tried to kill him, the Buddha remained calm, watching his fear without clinging. Suffering is universal, he taught, but mindfulness frees us. Inspired, Elena started practicing. During hospital visits, she focused on her breath, noticing her fear without fighting it. At home, she used a thought journal, writing, "I'm scared I'll lose him." Seeing it on paper, she realized it was a thought, not a fact. Prajna grew. Elena saw her fear stemmed from love, not weakness. She chose to cherish each moment with her husband, holding his hand, laughing over old memories. Though the crisis didn't vanish, her mind steadied. Her daughter said, "Mom, you're so strong." Elena wasn't fearless. She was mindful, finding calm, healing through Zen teachings. Her husband's treatment progressed, and she faced each day with grace. But crises aren't just personal. They ripple outward, touching families, communities, even the world. Think of global crises, pandemics, economic collapse, natural disasters. These shake us collectively, friend, amplifying fear. Yet Sati remains your anchor. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha said, "When the mind is steady, it sees clearly." By grounding yourself, you not only survive, but help others find calm. Elena shared her practice with her daughter, teaching her to breathe through fear, strengthening their bond. Elena's story shows that Sati shines brightest in darkness, but doubt can dim that light. You might think, "I'm not cut out for mindfulness," or "it's not working fast enough." These doubts are normal, friend. They're thoughts, just like any other. The Buddha addressed this in the Kalama Sutta, a guide in Buddhist prayer. He said, "Do not believe because it is tradition, but test it for yourself." Doubt is a test. inviting you to try Sati and see its truth. Let's tackle a common doubt. Mindfulness feels like doing nothing. Some argue it's passive, avoiding problems instead of solving them. I hear this, friend, but here's the counterpoint. Sati isn't inaction. It's clear action. By watching your thoughts, you act with wisdom, not impulse. A 2019 study found mindfulness improves decision-making under stress by 20%. Elena didn't ignore her husband's illness. She faced it with clarity, choosing love over panic. Sati empowers you to act, not freeze. Another doubt, I'm too stressed to meditate. Stress makes Sati harder, but that's when you need it most. Start small, friend. You don't need an hour, just a breath. The Buddha taught in the Satipatthana Sutta, mindfulness is established in one who breathes consciously. One mindful breath can shift your mind like a single star piercing a dark sky. Why do doubts arise? Our minds crave certainty, especially in crisis. When peace doesn't come instantly, we question Sati. But the Buddha taught patience. In the Udana Sutta, he said, by effort, by mindfulness, by restraint, one attains liberation. Liberation takes time, friend, but each step counts. Doubt is just a thought. Watch it, and it loses power. Here's how to maintain Sati in crisis, with 3 tools rooted in Zen teachings. These are your anchors, keeping you steady when waves crash. Tool 1. The crisis breath. When panic hits, a bad call, a fight, a shock, pause for 1 deep breath. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Feel your feet on the ground, your breath in your body. This grounds you in Sati, calming your amygdala. A 2021 study showed slow breathing reduces stress hormones by 15%. Elena used this in the hospital, steadying herself before tough talks. Try it next time you're overwhelmed, friend. It's a lifeline. Tool 2. The anchor object. Choose a small object, a stone, a ring, a keychain. Keep it with you. When crisis strikes, hold it. Feel its texture, its weight. Notice it fully, letting thoughts pass. This is Sati in action, pulling you to the present. The Buddha used nature as an anchor, teaching monks to focus on a tree or stream. Elena carried a pebble, touching it during anxious moments. Find your anchor today, friend. It's a pocket-sized retreat. Tool 3. The kindness pause. In crisis, your mind attacks you. You're weak. You're failing. Pause and offer yourself a kind thought. I'm doing my best, and that's enough. This is prajna, replacing cruelty with compassion. The Dhammapada says, hatreds never cease by hatred, but by love. Be your own ally, friend. Elena told herself, I'm here, I'm trying, and it softened her fear. Try it now. Whisper a kind word to yourself. Feel the shift? These tools are simple, but powerful. They helped Elena, and they can help you. But doubt still lingers, doesn't it? Let's face another. I keep failing at mindfulness. Friend, there's no failure in Sati. Each time your mind wanders and you return, you're succeeding. The Buddha said, a mindful one progresses, even slowly. Every breath, every pause is a victory, rewiring your mind for peace. Here's another story. Jamal, a 33-year-old delivery driver, faced a crisis when his mom fell ill. Bills piled up, his shifts stretched late, and worry consumed him. I'm letting her down, he thought, his mind a knot of guilt. A co-worker shared a Buddhist prayer app. and Jamal tried it, though he doubted it'd help. He started with the crisis breath, pausing during deliveries to breathe deeply. He carried a keychain, his mom's old gift, as an anchor, touching it when stress hit. At night, he practiced the kindness pause, saying, "I'm trying. That's enough." Prajna showed him his guilt came from love, not failure. He began calling his mom more, sharing stories, easing her pain. His stress didn't vanish, but it loosened. His sister said, "You're keeping us together." Jamal's mind was rewiring, finding calm, healing through Zen teachings. Let's deepen this with a practice. Imagine a crisis you faced, maybe a fight, a loss, or uncertainty. Picture it now, but don't dive in. Instead, breathe deeply. Feel your anchor object if you have one. Notice the thoughts. I failed. I'm stuck. With Sati, see them as leaves on a stream, floating by. With Prajna, ask, what's beneath this? Maybe it's fear, love, or exhaustion. Offer yourself kindness. I'm here. I'm enough. This practice, friend, builds resilience, turning chaos into clarity. Here's a third story to ground this. Meet Priya, a 29-year-old nurse in Seattle. During the 2020 pandemic, her hospital was overwhelmed. She worked grueling shifts, fearing for her patients, her family, herself. Anxiety choked her. I'm not doing enough. A colleague introduced her to a Zen meditation group. There, Priya learned Sati, focusing on her breath between shifts. She carried a small locket, her grandmother's gift, as an anchor, touching it when panic surged. At night, she practiced the kindness pause, whispering, I'm giving all I can. Prajna revealed her fear was rooted in care, not failure. She began sharing mindfulness with her team, creating moments of calm amid chaos. Priya's strength grew, her mind steadied, and she found peace, healing through Zen teachings. Why does Sati matter in such moments? It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. The Buddha taught in the Majjhima Nikaya, mindfulness is the path to the deathless. By staying present, you touch a timeless peace, even in crisis. Priya didn't eliminate the pandemic's chaos, but she found clarity, choosing compassion over despair. You can too, friend, with every mindful breath. Let's try a guided meditation to anchor this. Sit comfortably, feet flat, hands resting. Close your eyes if it feels safe. Take a deep breath. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Feel your body settle. Notice any tension, shoulders, chest, jaw. Don't fight it, just see it. Now, picture a calm lake, its surface still. Thoughts are ripples. They come, they go. Watch them with Sati, without clinging. If doubt arises, this isn't working. Ask with Prajna, is this true? Let it pass. Whisper to yourself, I'm here, I'm enough. Breathe again, feeling your anchor object if you have one. Stay here for 10 breaths, friend, letting peace grow. Open your eyes, carrying this calm forward. What do you gain by holding Sati in crisis? First, strength. Mindfulness lets you face pain without breaking. Second, clarity. Prajna helps you choose what matters. Love, not fear. Third, hope. Even in darkness, you find light. A kind word, a steady breath. The Buddha said, radiate boundless love towards the entire world. Sati lets you do that, even when life hurts. But there's a cost to giving up. Without Sati, crises overwhelm you, feeding anxiety, despair, even illness. Chronic stress raises cortisol, linked to depression, heart disease. Spiritually, you're lost in dukkha, suffering. The Buddha warned, a mind untrained is like a wild elephant. Don't let your mind run wild, friend. You can tame it. Why do doubts persist? We're taught to seek quick fixes, pills, apps, distractions. Society says suffering is weakness, but the Buddha disagreed. In the Salatha Sutta, he said, the wise one, struck by the arrow of suffering, does not add sorrow. Sati keeps you from adding sorrow, helping you face pain with grace. Let's try a practice to silence doubt. Right now, notice a doubt. I can't do this. It's too hard. See it with Sati, like a cloud in the sky. Ask with prajna, is this true? Often it's not. Replace it with truth. I'm learning, I'm growing. Say it softly, feel it settle. This is Buddhist prayer in action, friend. Rewiring your mind drop by drop. You might think, what if I slip? You will, and that's okay. Sati is a practice, not perfection. The Buddha said, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Each return strengthens you. Elena, Jamal, and Priya stumbled, but they kept going. So can you. Let's reflect on why this matters long term. Practicing Sati in crisis builds a habit of resilience. Each time you return to your breath, you're training your mind to find calm, no matter the storm. A 2022 study found regular mindfulness practice increases gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, enhancing emotional regulation. Over time, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, living with purpose, grounded in Zen teachings. Let's bring Sati into your daily work, where stress often hides. Picture a busy day, emails piling up, deadlines looming, a colleague snapping. Your mind races, I'm falling behind. Pause, friend. Take a crisis breath, feeling your feet on the floor. Hold your anchor object, a pen, a bracelet, and notice its texture. Offer yourself kindness. I'm doing my best. This is Sati at work, grounding you. In the Samyutta Nikaya, the Buddha said, mindfulness is always useful. Apply it in meetings, noticing your breath before speaking or during commutes, watching thoughts without clinging. Elena used Sati while grading papers, Jamal during deliveries, Priya between patients. A 2023 study showed workplace mindfulness boosts focus by 25%. Start small, friend. One mindful moment a day rewires your mind, turning stress into strength. You're not just working, you're living with peace. In the next part, we'll explore how to deepen Sati with community and how to share this peace with others. For now, reflect. What crisis tests you most? Hold it with Sati, friend, and let it teach you strength. Friend, we've walked through storms together, holding Sati as our anchor in crisis. You've seen how mindfulness steadies the mind, how prajna lights the way. But how do we make Sati a lifelong friend, not just a tool for tough times? And how do we share this peace with others, creating ripples of calm in a chaotic world? Today, let's sit by a quiet stream, as if sharing tea under starlight, and explore how to build Sati through community and spread its warmth. With Zen teachings, we'll weave a path to lasting peace. Ready to grow and give? Let's begin. Sati isn't a quick fix. It's a way of living. The Buddha taught that mindfulness, practiced daily, transforms the mind. In the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, he said, be a lamp unto yourself. Dwell in mindfulness. This lamp burns brightest when shared. A community, friends, family, or strangers, can nurture your practice, making Sati a steady flame, not a flickering spark. Why community? Alone, your mind wanders, doubts creep in. Am I doing this right? A group offers support, like trees sheltering each other in a forest. A 2021 study found group mindfulness practice increases consistency by 30%, as shared accountability keeps you grounded. Community also deepens prajna, as others' insights sharpen your own. Let's meet Lynn, a 35-year-old graphic designer in Hanoi. Burnout hit her hard. Endless deadlines, client demands, and a nagging sense of not enough. Her mind was a storm of self-criticism. I'm failing at everything. A coworker invited her to a local Zen group, and though hesitant, Lynn joined. There, she found Sati through shared meditation. Sitting with others, she focused on her breath, feeling the group's calm steady her. The group leader shared a story from the Buddha's life. When monks argued, the Buddha taught them to listen mindfully, saying, "Harmony arises from seeing clearly." Lynn practiced this, listening to others' struggles without judgment. She began a gratitude journal, noting small joys. Her morning coffee, a kind word. Prajna grew. She saw her burnout came from chasing perfection, not failure. With the group support, Lynn meditated daily, her mind softening. Her designs became bolder, her heart lighter. She told her group, "You're my anchor." Community isn't just formal groups. It's any shared space. Your family, co-workers, or online forums can be your sangha, your mindful tribe. Lynn shared Sati with her sister, teaching her to breathe through stress. Their talks deepened. Their bond grew. The Buddha said in the Sangha Sutta, "Noble friends are the whole of the holy life." Your community, friend, is your mirror, reflecting your growth. But building Sati long-term takes discipline. Life pulls you away. Phones buzz. Tasks pile up. Doubt whispers, "You don't have time." The Buddha faced this too. In the Anapanasati Sutta, he taught, mindfulness of breathing leads to liberation. A daily practice, even 5 minutes, roots Sati in your life. A 2022 study showed 10-minute daily meditation improves emotional resilience by 18%. Start small, friend, and let it grow. Let's explore 3 tools to build Sati long-term, rooted in Zen teachings. These are your seeds, sprouting peace with practice. Tool 1, the morning anchor. Begin your day with a mindful moment. Before your phone, sit quietly for 1 minute. Feel your breath. Notice your body. Set an intention. Today, I'll meet life with calm. This anchors Sati, like a sunrise grounding the earth. The Dhammapada says, by effort, one purifies the mind. Lynn used this, breathing before her design work, finding focus. Try it tomorrow, friend. It's a gentle start. Tool 2, the Sangha pause. Once a week, connect with your community. Join a meditation group, call a friend, or share a mindful moment online. Listen fully, speak with care. This pause strengthens Sati, weaving your practice into others' lives. A 2020 study found social mindfulness boosts empathy by 15%. Lynn's Zen group was her pause, grounding her weekly. Find your Sangha, friend. It's your heart's home. Tool 3, the evening reflection. At night, reflect for 2 minutes. Write or think. What went well? Where did I stray? Notice without judgment Then offer kindness. I'm learning. This is prajna, seeing your day clearly. The Buddha taught in the Satipatthana Sutta, observe the mind with mindfulness. Lynn journaled nightly, finding peace in her growth. Try it tonight, friend. It's a soft landing. These tools helped Lynn, and they can help you. But doubt still lingers. I'm too busy for this. Friend, Sati doesn't need hours, just moments. The Buddha said, even a little mindfulness frees the mind. Each pause, each breath builds your lamp. Here's another story. Meet Diego, a 42-year-old chef in Mexico City. His restaurant was his life, but stress was crushing him. Long hours, picky customers, tight margins. I'm drowning, he thought, snapping at his staff. A regular customer, a Buddhist teacher, invited him to a mindfulness circle. Diego scoffed, but went, needing a break. There, he learned Sati through group practice. Sitting with strangers, he noticed his anger without feeding it. The teacher shared the Buddha's words from the Dhammapada, conquer anger with love. Diego started the morning anchor, breathing before opening his kitchen. He used the Sangha pause, hosting a weekly staff huddle to share gratitude. At night, he reflected, noting moments of patience. Prajna showed his stress came from pride, not failure. His food tasted better. His team smiled more. This group saved me, Diego said. Diego's story shows Sati grows stronger in community, but sharing it, spreading peace, takes courage. You might think, who am I to teach mindfulness? Friend, you don't need to be a monk. Share a breath, a kind word, a pause. The Buddha said in the Metta Sutta, radiate boundless love to all beings. Your small acts ripple outward, calming others. Let's meet Aisha, a 27-year-old student in Nairobi. Exams and family pressure overwhelmed her. I'm not good enough, she thought, her mind racing. A friend shared a mindfulness app, and Aisha tried it, joining an online Zen forum. There, she practiced Sati, focusing on her breath during study breaks. The forum shared the Buddha's teaching from the Sutta Nipata, by guarding oneself, one guards others. Aisha used the evening reflection, writing, I studied hard today. Prajna revealed her anxiety came from love for her family's hopes. She shared Sati with her classmates, leading a study group pause. Let's breathe before we start. Their focus sharpened. Their stress eased. Aisha's grades improved, and her group called her the Calm One. Her small ripples spread peace, healing through Zen teachings. Why share Sati? It deepens your own practice. Teaching others forces you to live mindfully, like a river carving its bed. A 2019 study found teaching mindfulness increases personal consistency by 22%. Aisha's pauses not only helped her friends, but rooted Sati in her life. Your sharing, friend, is a gift to yourself. Let's try a practice to build and share Sati. Find a quiet moment today. Sit. Breathe deeply for 3 counts, feeling your body. Picture someone you care about. Your mom, a friend, a coworker. See them struggling. With Sati, notice your wish to help without clinging. With Prajna, ask, what do they need? Maybe a kind word, a shared breath. Whisper, may you find peace. Tomorrow, share a mindful moment with them, a pause, a smile. This is metta, loving kindness, growing your lamp. What do you gain by building Sati long-term? First, freedom. Mindfulness rewires your mind. easing dukkha, suffering. Second, connection. Community roots you, like a tree in fertile soil. Third, purpose. Sharing sati gives your practice meaning, lighting others' paths. The Buddha said, "The gift of Dhamma surpasses all gifts." Your peace, friend, is a treasure to share. But there's a cost to staying solo. Without community, sati fades, like a plant without water. Doubt and distraction win, feeding stress. Chronic isolation raises cortisol, linked to anxiety, even illness. Spiritually, you're adrift, lost in samsara, the cycle of suffering. The Buddha warned, without noble friends, the mind wanders. Don't walk alone, friend. Find your sangha. Doubt might say, I don't need others. But the Buddha disagreed. In the Upada Sutta, he told Ananda, good companionship is the whole of the holy life. Community isn't dependence, it's strength. A 2023 study showed group meditation reduces stress by 20% more than solo practice. Your sangha, friend, lifts you higher. Let's try a practice to connect with community. Today, reach out to someone, a friend, a group, an online forum. Share a mindful moment. Let's breathe together. Notice their presence with sati. Listen with prajna. Offer kindness. I'm glad you're here. This small act weaves your practice into the world like a thread in a tapestry. You might think, what if I fail? You won't, friend. Sati is a journey, not a race. The Buddha said, step by step, one reaches liberation. Lynn, Diego, and Aisha stumbled, but their communities held them. Yours will too. Why does this matter long term? A lifelong sati practice reshapes your brain. A 2024 study found 20-minute daily mindfulness increases hippocampal density, boosting memory and calm. Spiritually, you move toward nibbana, freedom from suffering. By sharing sati, you create a legacy of peace, like a tree planting seeds for others. In the next part, we'll weave sati into every moment, building a life of mindfulness. For now, reflect who is your sangha. How can you share peace? Hold them with sati, friend, and let your light shine. Friend, we've journeyed far, holding sati through storms, doubts, and community's embrace. You've seen how mindfulness anchors you, how prajna reveals truth, how sharing peace multiplies it. But what does it mean to live with sati in every breath, every step, every moment? Today, let's walk a quiet path, as if barefoot on soft grass, and explore how to weave sati into your entire life, making mindfulness your way of being. With Zen teachings, we'll craft a life of presence, joy, and wisdom. Ready to live fully? Let's begin. Sati is more than a practice. It's a lens, coloring how you see the world. The Buddha taught that mindfulness, when constant, dissolves suffering. In the Satipatthana Sutta, he said, dwell in mindfulness of body, feelings, mind, and phenomena. This means every moment, eating, walking, speaking, can be a doorway to peace. A 2022 study found daily mindfulness enhances life satisfaction by 20%, as presence deepens joy. Why is this hard? Life is loud. Notifications, worries, endless to-dos. Your mind drifts, chasing past regrets or future fears. Sati feels like chasing a butterfly, always slipping away. But the Buddha taught simplicity. In the Anapanasati Sutta, he said, breathing in, I know I am breathing in. One breath, fully felt, is sati. Start there, friend, and let it spread. Let's meet Min, a 39-year-old accountant in Ho Chi Minh City. His days were a blur. spreadsheets, meetings, traffic jams. I'm just surviving, he thought, his mind a tangle of stress. A mindfulness workshop changed that. There, he learned Sati as a way of life. The teacher shared a story. When the Buddha ate, he ate. When he walked, he walked. Be where you are, he taught. Min tried this. During lunch, he focused on his pho, its warmth, its spices, chewing slowly, not scrolling his phone. In traffic, he noticed his breath, the hum of motorbikes, letting impatience pass. At work, he paused before answering emails, grounding himself. Prajna grew. He saw his stress came from rushing, not the tasks. His days slowed. His heart opened. His wife said, "You're here now." Not just physically. Min wasn't perfect. He was present, living with Zen teachings. Sati, in every moment, isn't about perfection. It's about returning. Your mind will wander. That's human. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, guard the mind as a fortress. Each return to Sati strengthens you like a muscle. A 2023 study showed consistent mindfulness rewires neural pathways, boosting focus by 15%. Let's explore 3 tools to weave Sati into daily life, rooted in Zen teachings. These are your threads, stitching mindfulness into every moment. Tool 1. The mindful pause. Before any task, eating, working, talking, pause for one breath. Feel your body. Notice your intention. Ask, am I here? This anchors Sati, like a pebble settling in a stream. The Satipatthana Sutta says, know the body in the body. Men use this before meetings, finding clarity. Try it today, friend. Before your next task, breathe. It's a tiny revolution. Tool 2, the sensory anchor. In any moment, tune into one sense: sight, sound, touch. Washing dishes? Feel the warm water, hear the clink of plates. Walking, notice your feet touching earth. This is Sati, pulling you present. The Buddha taught monks to notice sensations, saying, see things as they are. A 2021 study found sensory mindfulness reduces stress by 12%. Men use this while cooking, savoring garlic's scent. Try it now, friend. Hear the world around you. Tool 3. The gratitude pulse. 3 times a day, pause to name one thing you're grateful for. A smile, a breeze, your breath. Feel it deeply. Let it ground you. This is prajna, seeing life's gifts. The Dhammapada says, joy follows a pure thought. Min noted gratitude during breaks, softening his stress. Try it today, friend. Name one gift. Feel your heart lift? These tools are simple, but transformative. They helped Min, and they can help you. But doubt creeps in. I'm too distracted for this. Friend, distraction is just a thought. The Buddha said, a mindful one conquers distraction. Each return to Sati is victory, rewiring your mind for peace. Here's another story. Meet Sarah, a 31-year-old writer in London. Her mind was her enemy. Deadlines, self-doubt, social media spirals. I'm always behind, she thought. Her thoughts a storm. A friend gifted her a book on Zen, and Sarah discovered Sati. The author quoted the Buddha's words from the Sutta Nipata, live in the present, not in dreams. Sarah started small. She used the mindful pause before writing, breathing to clear her mind. While walking to the cafe, she practiced the sensory anchor, noticing raindrops on her coat, the city's hum. During breaks, she used the gratitude pulse, thankful for her laptop, her tea, Prajna showed her doubt came from comparison, not truth. Her writing flowed. Her anxiety eased. Her editor said, "Your work feels alive now." Sarah was living Sati, moment by moment. Sati in every moment builds a life of presence. But it's not solitary. Your mindfulness touches others. Your calm steadies a tense room. Your presence deepens talks. The Buddha taught in the Metta Sutta, radiate boundless love to all beings. Your Sati is a gift, friend, rippling outward. Let's meet Raj, a 45-year-old taxi driver in Mumbai. His days were chaos. Traffic, rude passengers, long hours. I'm trapped, he thought, his temper flaring. A radio show on mindfulness caught his ear, quoting the Buddha, "Peace comes from within." Raj joined a local meditation group, learning Sati. He used the mindful pause before picking up fares, breathing to reset. Driving, he practiced the sensory anchor, feeling the steering wheel, hearing horns without anger. At night, he used the gratitude pulse, thankful for his family, his health. Prajna revealed his frustration came from control, not chaos. He smiled more, chatted with passengers, shared calm. One rider said, "Your cab feels like a sanctuary." Raj's Sati was transforming lives, one ride at a time. Why live with Sati always? It frees you from dukkha, suffering. A 2024 study found constant mindfulness reduces anxiety by 18%, as presence quiets the mind. Spiritually, you touch nibbana, the peace beyond craving. The Buddha said, mindfulness is the path to the deathless. Every moment you're present, you're free. Let's try a practice to live Sati. Right now, sit or stand comfortably. Take a deep breath. In for 4, out for 6. Feel your feet, your hands. Notice one sound, a clock, a bird, your breath. Don't judge it, just hear it. If thoughts arise, I'm too busy. See them with Sati, like clouds passing. Ask with Prajna, what's here now? Maybe it's calm, maybe tension. Offer gratitude. I'm thankful for this moment. Carry this Sati into your next task, friend. Living fully. Doubt might say, I can't be mindful all the time. Friend, you don't need to be. Sati is returning, not staying. The Buddha said in the Udana Sutta, by effort, one attains peace. Each return counts. A 2020 study found even brief mindfulness moments improve mood by 10%. Min, Sarah, and Raj returned. And so can you. What stops you? Habit. Your mind loves old paths, worry, distraction. But Sati carves new ones. A 2023 study showed 15-minute daily mindfulness strengthens attention networks, making presence easier. The Buddha taught in the Majjhima Nikaya, train the mind as a potter shapes clay. Shape your mind, friend, with every breath. Let's try a practice to deepen Sati. Today, choose one routine: brushing your teeth, eating, walking. Do it with full Sati. Feel every sensation. Notice every thought. If you drift, return gently. At the end, offer gratitude. I'm here. I'm alive. This is Prajna, seeing life's miracle. Min did this while eating, Sarah while writing, Raj while driving. Try it, friend. It's a doorway to peace. What do you gain by living Sati? First, joy. Presence makes ordinary moments. Coffee, laughter, sunset, radiant. Second, freedom. You're not trapped by thoughts, but their watcher. Third, love. Sati opens your heart, connecting you to others. The Buddha said, live with a mind of love. Your Sati makes this real, but there's a cost to drifting. Without Sati, Life slips by, lost in samsara, the cycle of suffering. Chronic distraction raises stress hormones linked to fatigue, illness. A 2022 study tied mindless scrolling to anxiety spikes. Spiritually, you're asleep, missing life's beauty. The Buddha warned, an unguarded mind is a thief. Don't let it steal your peace, friend. Doubt might say, this is too simple. But simplicity is power. The Buddha taught in the Salika Sutta, by simple acts, one purifies the mind. Sati is your act, friend, transforming life breath by breath. A 2021 study found micro-mindfulness, short pauses, cut stress by 14%. Your small moments matter. You might think, what if I forget? You will, and that's okay. Sati is a practice, not perfection. The Buddha said, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Min, Sarah, and Raj forgot, but returned. So can you. Each return builds a life of presence, like a river smoothing stones. Why does this matter long term? Living Sati reshapes your brain. A 2024 study found daily mindfulness increases prefrontal cortex density, enhancing calm and choice. Spiritually, you near nibbana, free from craving. By living Sati, you become a light, inspiring others. The Buddha said, one who is mindful shines like the moon. Shine, friend, in every moment. In the next part, we'll conclude this journey, reflecting on Sati's gifts and setting a path forward. For now, reflect what moment can you live fully. Hold it with Sati, friend, and let it bloom. Friend, we've walked a gentle path, planting Sati seeds through storms, doubts, and daily life. From Elena's courage to Min's presence, you've seen mindfulness transform. Now, let's sit by a still lake, under endless stars, and reflect. What has Sati given you? How will it guide your future? With Zen teachings, we'll sum its gifts, set a path forward, and spark your next steps. Ready to close this chapter? Let's begin. Sati is your anchor, your light. The Buddha taught its liberation's heart. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, he said, this is the path to overcoming sorrow, to awakening. Each mindful breath is freedom. What have you gained? Strength to face pain. Clarity from prajna, revealing truth. Joy in ordinary moments. Laughter, a breeze. A 2023 study found mindfulness boosts happiness by 22%, rooting you in now. Meet Hana, a 52-year-old librarian in Tokyo. Her life felt heavy. Aging parents, demanding job, loneliness. I'm just surviving, she thought, mind foggy. A Zen retreat taught Sati as a companion. The teacher quoted the Dhammapada, live with mindfulness, sorrow cannot touch you. Hana started small. She paused before shelving books, breathing to center. Walking home, she felt steps, heard birds. Nightly, she noted gratitude, parents' smiles, cozy home. Prajna showed loneliness came from disconnection. She joined a meditation group, sharing Sati. Her heart softened, days brightened. Her co-worker said, you're sunshine now. Hana's Sati awakened her, breath by breath. Sati connects you to the world. Your calm steadies others. Your kindness lifts. The Buddha taught in the Metta Sutta, may all beings be free from suffering. Your Sati is a prayer, radiating peace. Doubt lingers. Can I keep this? You can, friend. Sati is practice, not perfection. The Buddha said in the Anguttara Nikaya, small steps reach the goal. A 2024 study showed 10-minute mindfulness strengthens emotional regulation by 17%, rewiring calm. Here are your tools for a lifelong Sati path, rooted in Zen. Tool 1. Mindful pause. Before acting, eating, working, pause, breathe, ask, am I here? This roots Sati, like a tree in soil. Hana used it at work, finding focus. Try it today, friend. Breathe before your next task. Tool 2. Sensory anchor. Notice one sense. Touch, sound, brushing teeth, feel bristles, hearing music, note tones. This is Sati, pulling you present. The Satipatthana Sutta says, observe phenomena as phenomena. A 2022 study found sensory mindfulness cuts stress by 13%. Hana used it walking, finding peace. Try it, friend. Feel your hands. Tool 3. Gratitude pulse. 3 times daily. Name one gratitude. A meal. Friend. Breath. Feel it. This is prajna, seeing gifts. The Dhammapada says, gratitude brings peace. Hana used it nightly, softening her heart. Try it, friend. What's one gift? Sati grows with community. Hana's group was her mirror. The Buddha said in the Upada Sutta, noble friends are the holy life. Find your Sangha, friend. Share Sati. Meet Tuan, a 29-year-old engineer in Hanoi. Work consumed him. Coding, deadlines, pressure. I'm not enough, he thought, mind racing. A mindfulness app quoted the Sutta Nipada, guard the mind, peace follows. Tuan paused before coding, breathing to clear thoughts. During breaks, he felt his chair, heard office hums. Nightly, he noted gratitude, team, skills. Prajna showed pressure came from ego. He joined a Zen forum, sharing tips. Stress eased, code improved. His boss said, you're sharper. Tuan Sati was strength, built breath by breath. Sati is for the world. Tuan shared pauses with his team, easing stress. The Buddha taught in the Karanya Metta Sutta, radiate love in all directions. Your Sati shines for all. Try this practice to seal the journey. Sit, feet flat, hands resting. Breathe, in for 4, out for 6. Feel your body. Notice a sensation, breath, heartbeat. If thoughts arise, I can't. See them with Sati, like leaves on a stream. Ask with prajna, what's true? Offer gratitude. I'm thankful for this path. Picture your Sangha. Whisper, may we find peace. Carry this Sati, friend, into every moment. Doubt says, I'll lose this. You won't. Sati is a seed, growing with care. The Buddha said in the Udana Sutta, mindfulness attains the highest. A 2021 study found mindfulness boosts resilience by 15%. Hana and Tuan returned, so can you. Habit stops you, worry, haste. Sati carves new paths. A 2023 study showed 20-minute mindfulness enhances attention by 18%. The Buddha taught in the Majjhima Nikaya, train the mind with care. Shape your mind, friend. Try this to carry Sati. Choose one act. Eating, walking. Do it with Sati. Notice sensations, thoughts. If you drift, return. Offer gratitude, I'm alive. This is prajna, seeing wonder. Hana did the shelving, Tuan coding. Try it, friend. It's your path. Sati gives freedom. You're not thoughts, but their watcher. Connection. Sati links you to others. Awakening. Each moment touches nibbana. The Buddha said, mindfulness is the deathless. Your Sati is awakening. Forgetting Sati loses life to samsara. Distraction raises cortisol, tied to illness. A 2022 study linked mindless habits to stress. The Buddha warned, an untrained mind is a wild horse. Tame it, friend. Doubt says, it's too hard. It's not. Sati is simple. Breathe. Notice. The Buddha taught in the Salaka Sutta, small acts purify the mind. A 2020 study found 5-minute pauses cut stress by 12%. Your moments matter. Fear failure. You can't. Sati is effort. The Buddha said, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Hana and Tuan stumbled. Their Sangha lifted them. Yours will too. Why forever? Sati reshapes your brain. A 2024 study found mindfulness boosts hippocampal density, enhancing calm. Spiritually, you near Nibbana. You inspire like a star. The Buddha said, the mindful shine like the sun. Shine, friend. Friend, this journey shows Sati is your light. Through crisis, doubt, every moment. From Elena to Tuan, it transforms, connecting you to peace, others, awakening. The Buddha's final words in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta were, strive on with mindfulness. Take one mindful breath today. Join a Sangha. Share Sati. Subscribe to our channel. Comment your Sati story. Hit the bell. Let's spread peace together. Your light matters, friend. Strive on. Shine bright.